Hey, my name is Meg and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic week, and if you're new here, hello. I hope you have your tea or your coffee or maybe your hot chocolate, whichever you prefer. I hope you have it ready for some cozy journaling with me, and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more from me in the future. So today I'm coming at you with another Junk Journal with Me session in my Chunky Junk Journal. And I did have a comment from someone saying that they actually missed my voiceover in the last Junk Journal with me, so I'm back here with another voiceover. And I actually skipped a few pages ahead in this journal into the second signature because I think I'm just about to finish up the first signature, but this spread, this layout in this journal was really calling to me. I'm absolutely in love with the design, especially on the left hand side, that scrapbook paper. It's just so nice. So I know I said that I wanted to try and use this journal chronologically, but I just really wanted to use these pages. I love the colour scheme, and the scrapbook paper on the left hand side, it really reminds me of a sort of like vintage twist on a 70s style sort of like colour palette. So yeah, I really wanted to journal on this page, and going into this I didn't really have much of an idea of what I wanted to do for this page, which generally, spoiler alert, is how I approach most pages. I might have like one image or like maybe an event or sort of a day that I want to document, but generally when you see me pop my journal out and film a video, you're seeing exactly how I'm going to approach it. I don't really edit much out apart from just if it's like there's literally me doing nothing because I've like gone like to another room because I've forgotten my glue stick or something. You see literally everything, so you know as much as I did when I'm looking at this. So I sort of was playing around with these vintage floral papers that I have, and I'd rounded the corners purely because last week I bought a corner rounder because I ordered a paper trimmer as well. So in the suggested box it was saying that people had also bought a corner rounder, and I've been looking at corner rounders for a while, but I thought no, I don't really need a corner rounder, but I had a voucher, so I thought, well, I might as well. And literally I'm corner rounding everything, so watch out because if you're in the way it's gonna get corner rounded. So that's why it's got round corners, and I'm creating a tip-in with it. So I wanted to use the floral imagery on the front as sort of like a what do you call it? Oh my gosh, words. A feature piece, just something at the front to sort of like a pop of interest, and then I covered the back with just a plain like vintage book page because I didn't want it stark white because I thought that would really clash with the sort of colour scheme we've got going on. And then I just tipped it in with some like craft coloured washi tape, plain on the front and then just like gridded on the back. I'm really loving this gridded washi tape at the minute. I'm probably like halfway through the roll already, and I can definitely see it being a roll that I finish because I don't know about you, but I've probably finished maybe like 3 washi rolls in my whole like washi tape career. I really don't finish them that often because I either like have so many or like I buy more and then I don't use the same one because like I'll be using it and then obviously I don't want to put it everywhere because I want variety. So then I buy another one and then I forget that I had the old ones and then I just have a massive box of them. So but this one I really love. I've also got a sort of like a muted, not a pastel pink, but like, you know, that sort of muted pinkish colour, and from I think it's from Note and Wish, and that I really enjoy as well. So I feel like those two are going to be contenders for ones that I will use up and probably want to repurchase. So here I'm just collaging onto the tip-in because I wanted to add a bit of interest because it did look a bit bland and a bit boring. So I actually used a brown like paper napkin because I went to the cinema last was it last week? Yeah, last week I went to see Captain Marvel, which, side note, was my first ever Marvel film experience. I don't know if you watch them or if you're a massive fan, but for me, they've never really appealed to me. But I went to watch it, and I was actually pleasantly surprised. I quite enjoyed it. So now I might end up watching the other ones to catch up so that I can watch what's the new one that's coming out? I swear there's one like next month. Is it the Avengers one? Might be Avengers Endgame or something. But yeah, so I watched that. So I really want to catch up on those. But the point of that being was that I was at the counter getting the tickets and everything, and they had like Ben and Jerry's napkins on the side for people that were buying Ben and Jerry's ice cream, obviously. And I just really liked the colour of the napkin, so I was just like kind of sneakily taking that from the counter, even though I wasn't having ice cream. But I knew that I'd use it in my journal, so I put that down. And then I have some like lined paper that's sort of like a creamish colour, and I used that, popped it there just as sort of like a writing spot. And then the little thing that says 100% true, that's a printout from Dispatch to LA. There's like loads of labels, so I'll leave that link down below. It's like a free printable. You can use them in your journal. I really enjoy them. And then on the left hand side there, so what I did is I didn't want to cover up the page because I really liked the like design on it. So what I thought I'd do is I would create a like a pocket or like a tuck spot to pop a piece of paper in to do journaling on, or maybe like for photos or ephemera or whatever I want to collect. So what I did is I have this postcard that I altered. So I used some of my elements from my Patreon printable that I created for my patrons for March. So there's like a little teacup that I drew, like someone holding a teacup, and a little daily log which I wrote down like things that I was grateful for, and there's a little coffee ticket. So I created that postcard, and then I just used my stapler to staple it to the edges of the pages so that you could then tuck something inside of it. And here I'm just looking through all of my vintage stamps because my friend was so kind, because she knows how much I love all my vintage stuff. When I met up with her the other week, she sent me? No, she was there with me. Why would she send them to me? She gave me the cutest little package, and it had all these little vintage stamps in that I think she'd got from eBay. So I really wanted to use one of those in the spread as well, but I popped it to the side because I realised that I actually had like yellow from like the teacups and also blue on both sides of the pages, and normally I'm not one for like massive amounts of colour, and as soon as I had that red like postage stamp, I was like, oh my goodness, I have all of the primary colours. So it took me a minute to work out what I actually wanted to do with that, because I did want to use it. Like some of the vintage stamps you can find, they've got like super interesting like patterns on them, so I really did want to use it, but the fact that I had all the primary colours, it was clashing in my brain a bit, so I put it to the side just to like think about, did I really want to use it, like assess my choices, because so much colour was going on, even though there's not a lot. But like if you know Daisy from My Green Cow, we have the running joke that she likes all the colour and I like dull and muted colours, so we're very much the opposite. But I was trying to sort of dull down the spread a bit, because I just really love the sort of vintagey brown colours. Like I wouldn't say brown is my favourite colour, but Pamela, Pam Journals, she also said like she wrote in my journal when I visited her in the Netherlands, and she also said like, oh, I will use brown because like you like a lot of brown. So I just find it so funny. But so what I was doing here was I had a little A6 craft sheet of paper, and what I thought I was going to do was create a little like thoughts box. So I just like hand lettered it with my white Uniball Signo, which is like my favourite pen, or white pen at least. I just love how opaque and like bright it is for a white pen, and it goes over quite a lot. So I thought I was going to use it as a little box, then I thought I was going to tuck it into the page, then I thought I was going to put it on the tip-in, and then you'll see now I end up ripping off the thoughts bit because I really didn't like how it was going to look underneath the tip-in, and then on the left I just didn't like the look of it there either. So when you're doing your junk journal pages, I would definitely recommend trialing things in different places and seeing where you like them, and not being afraid to like chop and change and move things if you don't like them, or like I did, rip them up if you don't like them, because then I realised that I really liked the box part of it in the tip-in, not in the tip-in, sorry, in the pocket, and then I liked the little thoughts thing as a header for the right hand side page because I felt like it still needed something. It was quite like plain. So I wanted that as a header, and then I also used a bit of tea-dyed, I think it's like a handwriting sort of paper, you know, with like 4 or 5 lines for you to sort of guide your handwriting through. I use that to sort of collage and make a bit more of a interesting thing out of it. So now I'm actually whipping out my watercolours, which you've seen probably on the right hand side of this video all the way through, and the watercolors I use, they are Daniel Smith, so I really like the quality of those, and they are quite expensive, but I don't have that many of them. I only have the what are they called, the like primary color sets, so like the warm and the cool tone of like red, yellow and blue, and then I have a couple that I've been like gifted or like a friend's bought me, and then a couple that I bought myself. So I only have, how many's there? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so I only have 11, so I don't have like loads of them, and I don't use them as much as I used to, but I do still use them. So I feel like they are more of a like investment piece, because as well I have the tubes of the primary colours, and I filled the half pans, and there's still like a good, you know, you can get at least 2 more half pans out of the tube, and the half pans do last me quite a while, so I really do enjoy using these. And what I've painted on here is just a, well, I attempted to paint is it a Monstera leaf? You know, the really popular like plants that you see on Instagram. I really wanted to paint something, so I painted one of those leaves. Probably could have done a better job, but the colours that I used for that were Serpentine Genuine and Moonglow, I believe. Moonglow just to sort of add a bit of a shadow, and then Serpentine Genuine because it's sort of like when it goes onto the page and then when it dries, it doesn't dry as just like one colour. It sort of I don't know what the technical term for it is, but it sort of like splits into different colours, so you can sort of see like the green, and then it's also like a bit of a brown almost coming through, so I thought that that would be really good for the leaf. And then here I'm trying to figure out where to put the sticker. So just as a disclaimer, these are previously gifted stickers from Sticky Club, but I just genuinely really do enjoy these stickers because they are the ones that sort of, when you put them on, you know, if the background's like cream or white, they sort of like blend into the background and you can't really, well, you can tell that they're a sticker, but it's less obvious that they're a sticker. And I really like those, and they're also like a vintagey kind of look. And I'm just laughing here because I brought the corner rounder out again. Oh, I told you I was corner rounding everything. Even that postcard that I used as a pocket has been corner rounded, so we'll just call this like the corner rounded journal page or something. But yeah, so I really love my junk journals because I feel like they're just more open than a normal journal. Like, I feel like I can put anything in it, and I like how each different page challenges your sort of creativity to come up with new ways to make the best of a page. So For example, here I'm trying to find out the best place to put this stamp, and I think I end up stapling it to the top of that page to sort of act as like a tab for pulling out the writing spot. But I think this is all I do for now, apart from maybe make some lines with my grey pen, I feel like. Yes, here it is. So I'm just adding these lines, and I used grey so it sort of blended in and didn't like look as harsh as like a black pen, but they're just going to be lines that I'm going to like journal in between, and I didn't necessarily make them like straight, like I didn't use a ruler or anything, just so that it gave a more sort of organic look to the page. And then I also just thought it would be interesting, like once it's been written on. I just think the writing will look cool. So I think that's all that I do for this page. Oh, and I actually outline my little leaf because I thought it was getting a little bit lost in this page. So I just outlined it with my white pen just to make it pop. But I think that's the last thing that I do on this page. So I really hope you've enjoyed this little junk journal with me. I hope this gives you some ideas or some inspiration for your journal. And I hope you've enjoyed my little rambly voiceover. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!